the PMOI. One of the usual hearsays that is disseminated is that the PMOI doesn't have any support in Iran. Well, friends, I would say let's get rid of this regime and let the people of Iran decide for that. PMOI is asking no more than that. So let's be clear, whether it's here in the United Kingdom, whether it's within the European Union, or whether it's to our friends in the United States, failure to act endangers lives. Failure to act represents moral cowardice. Failure to act makes us complicit. Collaboration and appeasement never pay. It was Albert Einstein who said, "The world is a dangerous place, not because of evil people, but because of the good people who do nothing about it." It's our duty to do something about it.
I can't tell you what a rare treat this is. The former Speaker of the House of Commons.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by paying tribute to our friend and chairman, Lord Robin Corbett, for his commitment and his dedication to the cause of a democratic Iran and human rights for its people. We are very fortunate, you know, to have Robin's leadership here in London and in Parliament, and I commend him. Ladies and gentlemen, for many years the Iranian regime has been the world's most infamous abuser of human rights. Already we've heard in the early part of this year more than 90 people have been executed. The lives of innocent people are being put at risk and human life is being ruthlessly violated. And when we analyse the individuals who were targeted, we find them to be those of the Iranian opposition movement and members and relatives of the PMOI based at Camp Ashraf. In the eyes of the regime, the crime of those executed and attacked is their determination to seek the basic freedoms of democracy, freedom of speech, and freedom of association. They are the simple demands of the Iranian people who in the last 18 months have protested in Iran's towns and cities, and these are the values that Camp Ashraf residents proclaim, and we stand with them in their demands. My friends, what is happening at Ashraf is unacceptable. The Iraqi authorities have directly attacked residents. Some have been murdered, some have been injured, others have been illegally detained and tortured. Sick patients have been denied hospitalization, and medical practitioners have been denied access to the sick. The constant use of loudspeakers threatening to kill amounts to psychological torture. You know, it's good to see so many young people here today. Not as mature as I am, but many of you will recall as I do that when we were very young, but we were old enough to be aware of the grim realities of harassment and persecution, intimidating and murder perpetrated on the continent of Europe by the Nazi regime, who sought to destroy people simply because they did not like them. It has to stop. Frequently, of course, fine words come from Western leaders, but words aren't enough. All countries and institutions that uphold civilized values must press upon Iraq to cease its torturous warfare against Ashraf. I don't know whether you've heard during the course of this afternoon, I'm sure you have, that of the parliamentary exchange between Lord Corbett and the Minister for Foreign Affairs in the House of Lords. But he did say in those parliamentary exchanges that the United Kingdom government was planning another meeting with Iraqi officials. And there's no doubt that Robin and those of us who can will put all pressure. We must continue to keep pressure on this issue of the meeting between UK officials and the Iraqis in talks about Ashraf. We were also told, those of us who were not aware in the Lords, by Lord Alton, of that early next month, of course, the Spanish courts will have before them some of the officials of the Iraqi government, charging them with violations of human rights at Camp Ashraf. And I think we must be alert to what will take place in Spain and watch carefully to see whether other member states of the European Union can take a similar position as the Spanish authorities, and why not. My friends, I came here today not only to see you, but to give a message to the people of Iran. And as we are nearing International Women's Day, I single out the female population inside and outside Camp Ashraf. I speak directly to them, and I say to them, I was born of a poor family and humble background. Of course, in my country, we didn't have the infamous regime to tackle as you have. But those like me were able to flourish because our forebears fought for a society where democracy, equality, the rule of law, and freedom from fear became paramount. And we now rejoice in that. You in your country will not have experienced one iota of that degree of freedom, but have no doubt you will do so, as will your children and as will your grandchildren. Continue your courageous fight. You are playing an integral role in protesting against the horrendous regime. We in this country and throughout the world know of your activities, and I salute your great courage and determination in the face of organized aggression by hired mobs and by Iraqi forces. With Mrs. Rajavi leading your people and your parliament in exile, you and your menfolk can change your nation. And for our part, we will do what we can to support you as the real and viable means of bringing democratic change to Iran. My best wishes to you all. Thank you.